Being raised in an African American home, seeing families that resonate with you because they look like you, they acted like you, they weren't always politically correct like you, or even grammatically correct like you, is a rare commodity. Tyler Perry's films completely changed the way my family views films at home. I grew up watching Tyler Perry films. The very first film that I remember of his was about a pistol whipping auntie. Her name was Medea, and Medea Goes to Jail. Tyler Perry emerged from a rough childhood, where he later learned how his story could positively affect others. He continued his pursuit of fame even after failure, and is now recognized for his way of portraying African Americans through film. Tyler Perry had a rocky childhood, suffering from physical and emotional abuse. He and his mother suffered senseless beatings from their father on the daily. After the beatings, feeling hopeless, Tyler Perry often had thoughts of suicide, killing himself or his father. According to Christian Margina in Jet magazine, Perry once attempted suicide as a cry for help, but now dons his scars with no shame. Tyler Perry was originally named Emmett Perry Jr. after his father, but later changed his name after all of the physical and emotional abuse that their father put him through. Tyler Perry became a victim of sexual assault at a very young age. At 5 years old, he was molested by a neighbor. Later on, he was molested by a male nurse, and then by a man he knew from church. One day while visiting a friend, the mother made lewd comments and later sexually assaulted Tyler Perry, this being at the age of 10. Imagine all of these things happening in your life before any major milestones have occurred. Your body being defiled, not once, twice, or even 3 times, but 4 times by people who you were close with, who you knew, and they had no right to. But because of his childhood trauma, he had an amazing story to tell with plenty of life lessons in between. Tyler Perry learned how to connect with others through his story. While enduring all that he had, Tyler Perry had some pretty dark moments. While watching Oprah one day, he decided to take her advice of writing down your pain. The writing down of his pain led to the first play that he ever wrote, which is I Know I've Been Changed. He wrote in hopes that people would connect to the storyline. And even though Tyler Perry had a great message with this play, the show ended up being a major bust. Tyler Perry failed many times and lost a lot of personal money in the pursuit to fulfill his dreams. Tyler Perry is a firm believer of investing in yourself. So in that belief, he raised $12,000 of his own personal money to fund his projects. This money came from odd jobs, as Tyler Perry was willing to do anything it took to reach his dream. At the end of the day, the tickets didn't sell and all his savings were lost. This led Tyler Perry into a major depression, and he was on the brink of giving up, but he persisted. Tyler Perry went months on end without a steady income, living out the back of his car, barely eating, and being begged by his mother and his aunts to get a normal job. He got what was considered his first major gig at the House of Blues in Atlanta, where he sold out the entire building. Being so discouraged from unemployment previously, he almost turned down one of the most important career opportunities of his life. All of Perry's failures were a testament to the fact of great things come with sacrifice, because his unique perspective and portrayal of African Americans. Tyler Perry paved the way for a completely new genre of film. Perry created and characterized what is a well-known matriarch in Southern homes, Medea. Medea is a gunslinging auntie who doesn't mind popping a cap and yell blank, blank, blank if you cross her or her family. The making of Medea allowed Tyler Perry a way to actively express how the women in his life protected him and how they affected him positively. According to Tamika Carey in Science, Journalism of Women in Culture and Society, Tyler has been both criticized and praised for his depiction of the Black experience and womanhood. Carey also spoke on his continual message of rhetorical healing and how it rubs some people the wrong way, but it also positively encourages a host of others. Perry refuses to let the negativity bother him, because his common theme of forgiveness and personal healing all stem from what has happened in his personal life. According to Jet magazine, Perry often thanks August Wilson for helping him stay true to his message, even through all the negativity. Although Perry's artistry has been put over the fire many times, he continues to make hits that viewers connect to. Tyler Perry rose to stardom and continues to rise and positively affect others through his stories of childhood trauma, his failed attempts at success, and his love for the culture expressed through his work. Tyler Perry is a man who has endured a lot of pain in the way. He broke every mold that his past made for him, and that is why his story continues to influence people today.